What should you make videos about? That's one of the hardest and key questions, but it's actually simpler than you might realise to come up with some ideas because, believe it or not, you're sitting on this whole goldmine of content right there. You just got to look at it a little bit differently. So in your day-to-day work, you probably see the same thing over and over. You come into the factory or shop floor or wherever it is that you work and you see the stuff happening all the time and you think, oh, that's normal, that's normal. But the thing is, other people don't see it because you've been there for a few years, however long you've been there, and you've got used to it. But other people don't see it, and you don't realise that what you're seeing there is actually, quite an amazing process. So what you need to do is start to look at things from a different perspective. So firstly, think about your first week or month doing the job that you do now. What did you really find interesting when you got there? Or if it's your business, why did you start the business? What really interested you about it back then? Now, we might be going back years and years, we might just be going back a couple of years, but just put yourself back in your shoes of when you first started. When you first walked in, what was it that really captured your imagination? What was it that you thought, wow, I've never seen that before? Secondly, why were you drawn to do the work that you do? So before your first day there, what actually made you think, oh, I want to do that work? What made you interested in it before you'd even got involved in it? So the first step is all about when you got there and you saw what was going on. The second step is going back a little bit further and thinking, why did I want to get into that industry in the first place? Just quickly, if you're finding these videos helpful, please hit the subscribe button and leave us some comments under the video as well with your questions. We'd love to know what you want to know about, and if you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, you'll get a notification when these videos come out. Right, back to it. Little example I had on a workshop I ran. There's someone who said that they just wanted the job, they just wanted to change jobs, and they weren't really into what they were doing. And I said, okay, but why did you go and work there? And they began to tell me that it was a great place to work, that it had a great reputation as being a great employer and everything. And there you are, bingo, there's some content that you can use, okay? So you can start to make some content in that case about what a great place it is to work and why people might want to come and work there. Not only is that good for attracting in new people, but it's great for your marketing as well because it shows that the company looks after people and they love what they're doing and where they're working. And thirdly, what do other people ask you about what you do? So if you're out with friends or family or whatever, and you start telling them what you do, what questions do they have about what you do? What about when you bring people to your facility and you show them round? What sort of questions do they have about what you do and what goes on? Do they have specific questions about the process? Is it about the materials you're using? Is it about the tools you're using? Make a note of all these questions because, again, this is great content. And actually, if you address those questions, you might find that you're starting to come up in search results really well. So start your list, just brainstorm using those 3 prompts and just give yourself permission to just write down everything that comes to mind. You could even go around and ask some of your colleagues as well, what drew them to the company? What did they find interesting when they first got there? Maybe even if you've got someone new there now, you could ask them what they find interesting in their first week there, so it's all, fresh on their mind. Use those prompts, brainstorm everything down, and you'll start to create a list of a load of content you can make for your socials right now.